Hello, and welcome to W.A.T. News. It's June 8th, 2025, your daily AI-powered roundup of today's most relevant headlines. Faster, smarter, and always on point.
W.A.T. News.
In cybersecurity news, Anand Oswal, a cybersecurity veteran from Palo Alto Networks, told the RSA conference audience that artificial intelligence isn't simply a tool anymore. It's become a new front line in cyber defense and attack. He highlighted that AI is driving rapid attack automation, enabling threats like prompt injection, model poisoning, and model-level denial of service. While presenting its own security challenges, Oswal stressed that protecting AI systems requires a holistic security redesign, including runtime protection, red teaming, and unified access control, not just patchwork tools. He also warned that many organizations are overwhelmed with disjointed security tools and urged a shift toward integrated platforms that deliver actionable outcomes, not more alerts. Yet, despite the complexity, Oswal expressed optimism. When properly integrated, AI can become a force multiplier, providing unified visibility, consistent controls, and early zero-day detection. In short, AI may finally make security problems solvable, though only if organizations commit to building integrated, adaptive architectures. Nigeria's National Health Insurance Scheme is leveraging technology to revolutionize healthcare access, partnering with INLACs to modernize its operations. The collaboration has introduced mobile apps and USSD services, allowing users to verify enrollment, check eligibility, and access services seamlessly. A biometric data capture system enhances security, reducing fraud by ensuring accurate user identification. This digital shift supports NHIS's goal of a paperless system, improving efficiency and service delivery across Nigeria's healthcare sector. External reports confirm similar efforts, with NHIS aiming to cover 50 million Nigerians by 2030 through tech-driven reforms. These innovations address long-standing challenges like fraudulent claims and administrative delays. NHIS's tech transformation sets a model for scalable, secure healthcare solutions in Africa. Cybersecurity firm Hawks Hunt stresses that robust security awareness training is critical to countering human error, which causes up to 90% of data breaches. Their latest article highlights that advanced systems alone can't prevent phishing or social engineering attacks without educated employees. Hawks Hunt advocates for interactive, real-world training scenarios to teach workers how to spot suspicious emails and links effectively. Continuous training not only reduces cyber risks, but also ensures compliance with regulations like GDPR, avoiding hefty fines. The company's platform, used by firms like Swiss Re, delivers gamified micro-training, boosting user engagement to over 75% annually. This approach empowers organizations to build a proactive security culture. Hawks Hunt's training model is shaping the future of cybersecurity by prioritizing human resilience. In technology news, SpaceX celebrated a historic milestone with its 500th Falcon rocket launch, achieved with the Starlink 1122 mission from Vandenberg Space Force Base on June 5, 2025. The Falcon 9, which led this count alongside Falcon 1 and Falcon Heavy, has driven SpaceX's dominance in reusable rocket technology, completing 68 launches this year alone. Meanwhile, the UK's Reaction Engines, known for its Sabre hybrid rocket jet engine, collapsed due to financial and technical hurdles despite raising $200 million. The company's failure to deliver a working prototype, compounded by leadership changes and market shifts toward reusable rockets like SpaceX's, led to its downfall. Sabre aimed to enable single-stage-to-orbit flights, but high costs and complexity stalled progress. SpaceX's reusable Falcon rockets have slashed launch costs, securing 497 successful missions by June 2025. This contrast highlights the fierce competition reshaping the global space industry. Weighted blankets, originally designed for sensory processing disorders, have surged in popularity for their calming effects, with Wired naming the Barabee cotton napper as the top choice in 2025. This hand-knitted, organic cotton blanket, weighing 10 to 25 pounds, offers breathable comfort without synthetic fillers. The Blue weighted blanket excels for its soft, quilted cotton, while the Gravity blanket's plush duvet design ensures cozy warmth. For budget-conscious buyers, the Luna weighted blanket provides quality at a lower price, and the Layla's dual-sided fabric caters to varied climates. The Hugly weighted blanket stands out with cooling technology for hot sleepers. Experts recommend selecting a blanket at 10% of your body weight for optimal relaxation, a principle backed by sleep studies. These innovations reflect a growing demand for sleep-enhancing tech tailored to individual needs. Gustavo Santaolalla, the Oscar-winning composer behind Brokeback Mountain, has redefined video game music with his haunting score for The Last of Us. As detailed in a recent Verge interview, his work, blending Argentine folk with rock influences, uses a detuned guitar and ronroco to mirror the game's post-apocalyptic despair. Santaolalla's music, integral to both the Naughty Dog games and HBO series, preserve the story's emotional core, earning praise from creator Neil Druckmann. The composer, new to gaming in 2013, embraced the medium's narrative depth, enhancing The Last of Us's immersive storytelling. His latest project, The Guitarocco, merges a ronroco with a Fender Stratocaster, reflecting his innovative spirit. Fans globally connect deeply with his score, which has elevated video game music's artistic status. Santaolalla's contribution underscores how sound can shape unforgettable digital experiences. In politics news, a heated clash between Elon Musk and President Donald Trump is shaking up Washington over a massive tax and spending bill, dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill. Musk, who recently led the Department of Government Efficiency, slammed the legislation as a disgusting abomination for ballooning the national deficit by an estimated $2.3 trillion over 10 years, according to the Congressional Budget Office. Trump, a staunch supporter of the bill, expressed frustration with Musk's criticism, especially after Musk's $250 million contribution to his campaign. Fiscal conservatives like Senators Mike Lee and Rand Paul are siding with Musk, urging the Senate to reconsider the bill in its upcoming vote. House Speaker Mike Johnson insists the package aligns with cost-cutting goals, but tensions are high as the House prepares to vote next week. This public dispute reveals deep cracks within the Republican Party over the nation's fiscal future. The outcome of these votes could reshape America's economic landscape. A Supreme Court delivered a landmark 6-3 ruling on June 6, 2025, granting the Department of Government Efficiency access to Social Security Administration data to investigate fraud. The decision overturned a lower court's block, allowing DOJ to analyze sensitive records, including medical histories and Social Security numbers. Musk has controversially called Social Security a Ponzi scheme, sparking debate over the program's sustainability. Privacy advocates, including the ACLU, warned that the ruling risks exposing Americans' personal data, while Trump's administration hailed it as a win for government accountability. The court also shielded DOJ internal documents from public disclosure, citing executive privilege, a move criticized by Democrats like Senator Tammy Baldwin. This ruling strengthens DOJ's sweeping mandate to overhaul federal operations. It raises critical questions about balancing fraud prevention with individual privacy rights. President Donald Trump took the stage at West Point's commencement in May 2025, delivering a fiery speech on America's domestic and global challenges. He sharply criticized the Biden administration's handling of inflation, crime, and border security. vowing tougher policies like ramped-up immigration enforcement. On the world stage, Trump called for a hardline approach to China's expanding economic and military power, pointing to its growing naval fleet. He also pressed for stronger diplomatic efforts to de-escalate Russia's war in Ukraine, accusing Biden of weak leadership. Speaking to cadets, Trump framed these issues as vital to national security, earning cheers from supporters but dividing observers. Critics called his rhetoric polarizing, while allies praised its unapologetic clarity. The speech signals Trump's push to galvanize his base as he eyes major policy fights ahead. Let's send it over to Hector for the remaining top stories. Hector, over to you.
Thanks, Jessica. Hello, everyone. Let's get right into it. In business news, Swen Capital Partners has raised 160 million euros for its Swen Blue Ocean 2 fund, a venture focused on restoring ocean biodiversity, marking a strong start toward its 300 million euro target. This first close, announced on June 7, 2025, represents 53% of the goal and positions the fund to nearly double the 170 million euros raised by its predecessor in 2023. The fund invests in startups tackling overfishing, pollution, and climate change, with a scientific partnership with France's Ifremer Institute guiding its strategy. While the article mentions North Seymour Island in the Galapagos as a biodiversity hotspot, the fund's investments are global, not specific to this site. Investors, including pension funds and banks like Credit Mutuelle Arquea, are drawn to the fund's blend of environmental impact and market returns. The blue economy, valued at $2.5 trillion annually by WWF, underscores the growing appeal of ocean-focused ventures. This milestone signals a surge in financial support for marine conservation worldwide. The New York Times has launched Strands, a captivating word puzzle game that's winning over readers with its daily challenges. Each day, players uncover words on a grid tied to a unique theme, with a special spangram word stretching across the board to reveal the theme's essence. Launched in beta in 2024, Strands has become a staple alongside NYT's Wordle and Connections, engaging millions with its brain-teasing design. The June 8, 2025 puzzle, themed around What a Spread, features food-related words, with Forbes offering hints like think of things on a buffet table to guide players. The game's intuitive mechanics allow players to form words by dragging letters, earning hints for every 3 correct words found. Strand's blend of creativity and strategy is boosting the NYT's digital gaming portfolio. It's a fresh way for readers to start their day, blending fun with mental sharpness. A new Bloomberg opinion piece sheds light on the growing threat extreme heat poses to workers' health, a crisis often overlooked in policy debates. Published on June 6, 2025, the article details how rising temperatures increase risks like heat stroke and dehydration, with outdoor workers in construction and agriculture hit hardest. It critiques political figures, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., for downplaying occupational health protections, though no direct evidence ties RFK Jr. to dismissing heat-specific concerns. Studies from the CDC show heat-related workplace deaths have risen 20% since 2010, underscoring the urgency for stronger regulations. The article, part of Bloomberg's daily discussion, calls for better workplace cooling measures and mandatory breaks to protect vulnerable laborers. It also notes that ignoring these risks could cost businesses billions in lost productivity. This report urges leaders to act swiftly to safeguard America's workforce from a warming world. In entertainment news, the jury in Harvey Weinstein's New York sex crimes retrial resumed deliberations after a tense moment when one juror sought to exit, citing discomfort with conflict. The judge rejected the request, and denied the defense's bid for a mistrial, keeping the 7-woman, 5-man panel intact. Weinstein, 73, faces 2 counts of criminal sexual act and 1 count of rape, tied to allegations from 2006 and 2013, to which he's pleaded not guilty. Jurors have been reviewing medical records, emails, and testimony from 3 accusers, whose accounts fueled the #MeToo movement in 2017. The retrial follows the 2024 overturning of Weinstein's 2020 conviction due to judicial errors. This high-profile case continues to spotlight accountability for powerful figures in Hollywood. A verdict could reshape the narrative around one of the Me Too era's defining trials. Wayne Lewis, a founding member and keyboardist of the beloved R&B group Atlantic Starr, has passed away at 73, leaving a legacy of soulful hits. Formed in 1976 with his brothers David and Jonathan, the New York-based band soared with songs like Always and Secret Lovers, topping charts in the 1980s. Lewis's songwriting and production shaped the group's signature sound, blending R&B with pop, as seen in their 2017 album Metamorphosis. The band, which featured vocalists like Sharon Bryant and later Barbara Weathers, also appeared on Another World in 1992. While the cause of death remains undisclosed, tributes from fans and peers highlight Lewis's profound impact. Atlantic Starr's music, with over 4 decades of influence, continues to resonate across generations. This loss marks a poignant moment for R&B fans worldwide. The 78th Tony Awards, hosted by Wicked star Cynthia Erivo, will dazzle audiences live from Radio City Music Hall on June 8, 2025. The ceremony will air on CBS and stream live for Paramount Plus with Showtime subscribers, with on-demand access for other Paramount Plus users the next day. Darren Criss and Renee Elise Goldsberry will host a pre-show, the Tony Awards Act 1, streaming free on Pluto TV. Nominees include musicals like Buena Vista Social Club and plays like Purpose, with Audra McDonald eyeing a record-extending 7th Tony. Erivo, a Tony, Emmy, and Grammy winner, brings star power to a night celebrating Broadway's finest. The event highlights theater's resilience, drawing millions to its vibrant storytelling. Tune in to witness history in the making on the Great White Way. In world news, in Australia's AFL Round 13, the North Melbourne Kangaroos triumphed over the West Coast Eagles in a historic match at Bunbury's Hands Oval, marking the region's first in-season game. The Kangaroos' victory, watched by a record 12,996 fans, boosted their 17th place standing. Meanwhile, Carlton's Blues edged out Essendon's Bombers at the MCG despite a late Essendon rally sparked by Darcy Parish's 10 clearances. Carlton's Jack Silvagni shone, neutralizing Essendon's Nate Caddy, though a controversial bump by Bomber Sam Durham drew scrutiny. The Blues' win strengthens their top 8 hopes, while Essendon faces a tough road ahead. These thrilling contests, part of a $7.5 million deal to bring AFL to Western Australia, showcased fierce competition and local pride. Fans are already buzzing for the Kangaroos' next clash against Fremantle in Perth. In Gaza, Mahassan al-Zanin, a widowed mother of 8, fights to feed her family amid Israel's escalating war and tightened aid restrictions. A UN-backed report warns that 500,000 Gazans, including Mahassan's household, face starvation as food supplies dwindle to critical levels. Her youngest son, Hassan, endures hunger pangs, with the family relying on scarce bread and tea for survival. The conflict, intensified since October 2023, has displaced 1.9 million people and left 90% of Gaza's population food insecure, per UN data. Mahassan's resilience reflects the broader struggle of civilians caught in a humanitarian crisis with no end in sight. International calls for ceasefires and aid access grow louder, yet families like hers face daily uncertainty. This crisis underscores the urgent need for global action to avert famine in Gaza. 5 Proud Boys leaders, convicted for their roles in the January 6, 2021 U.S. Capitol riot, have filed a $100 million lawsuit against the Justice Department, alleging political persecution. The suit, lodged in Florida on June 6, 2025, claims their constitutional rights were violated during prosecutions under the Trump-era DOJ, which charged over 1,583 individuals for the riot. Plaintiffs, including Enrique Tarrio and Ethan Nordine, argue the Biden administration targeted them to suppress Trump allies despite serving sentences for seditious conspiracy. The lawsuit seeks to relitigate issues rejected during their 2023 trial, a move legal experts call unlikely to succeed. Posts on X reflect polarized sentiment, with some decrying the suit as frivolous and others supporting the group's claims. The case reignites debates over the Capitol attack's legal fallout and political motivations. It's a bold challenge that could test the boundaries of free speech and justice.
W.A.T. News.
That's your full briefing for today from W.A.T. News. Here's a quick recap of today's top stories. SpaceX successfully launched its 500th Falcon rocket, while UK's reaction engines failed due to inability to secure funding for further development of its revolutionary Sabre engine. Wired's Gallery recommends the best weighted blankets for sleep improvement and anxiety reduction, highlighting options such as the Gravity Blanket, Barabie's Cotton Napper, and the Luna Weighted Blanket. Gustavo Santaolalla, the composer for the Last of Us series, discusses his approach to creating music for the video game, emphasizing the importance of emotional connection in an interview with The Verge.
W.A.T. News.
If you found this briefing helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you never miss a headline. Until next time, stay sharp, stay safe, and stay curious.